Illusion Motion.
Hey y'all, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you all on this Tuesday morning? It is October the 22nd. Y'all, October is flying by, and we actually have 14 days before the election. 2 weeks from today for the election. Won't you be glad when it's over? I see you, Robert Holman. He's been in here since 7:05 a.m. Grand rising to you. Marion Jackson, good morning to you. Deborah Johnson, good morning to you. Yes, Deb, it is another beautiful day. Yesterday was amazing. Adrian, good morning to you. Good morning, good morning, good morning. All right, y'all, here's my question for the day. As we are wrapping up these last 2 weeks going into the general election, which is November the 5th, what's one thing you are looking forward to? After this is all said and done, what's one thing you are looking forward to? If you would please put that in the chat, I would greatly appreciate it. Hey, for those of you, first time you're here, my name is Gail Dudley. I am the host of News in Motion. We are in our 4th year. We started June 2020, and we have been continuing ever since. We're taking you all the way through the time that they announced the 47th President of the United States of America, and then we are taking a break, returning in July, in January 2025. Good morning, Kim Edmondson. Good morning. Deborah Johnson said the end of the crazy commercials. Listen, the crazy commercials. Have y'all seen the one that comes on about 11:56 a.m. Eastern time, right after The View? And it's on every channel, but I see it on ABC, let me say it that way, being that I'm in Central Ohio. And they give you this warning first, and then they give you this most graphic commercial, and then they give you a warning afterwards where they say something to the effect of, it's our legal obligation to play all commercials, although we may not agree with the commercial. I was like, what are we doing? We are going that far now with some presidential election commercials? So it's just crazy. It's crazy. So Deborah, you said you want to see the end of commercials. I am too. Okay, so everyone else, what are you looking forward to? We got 2 weeks. 2 weeks from today. What are you looking forward to after? What's that one thing you're like, yes, I'm looking forward to this? Marion Jackson said no more political commercials. Good morning, Shardinia. Kim Edmonds says, I'm with Deborah. Enough of the commercials already. Listen, they are just too much. They're becoming way too much. There should be some new rules in place going forward. Hello to everyone in our audio podcast as well. All right, y'all, again, 14 days to go, 2 weeks from today. And y'all can keep flooding the chat with your answers. But of course, I got to go here first. Alaska, Arkansas, Colorado, Connecticut, Idaho, South Carolina, and Texas, you can all start voting. Your early voting began on yesterday. Alaska, yours will go to Monday, November the 4th. Arkansas, Monday, November the 4th. Colorado, November the 4th. It means it goes all the way from yesterday to that date. Connecticut, you will go all the way to Sunday, November the 3rd. Idaho, you will go to Friday, November the 1st. South Carolina, early voting started for you as well. You go through Saturday, November the 2nd. In Texas, you will go through Friday, November the 1st. Hawaii, Missouri, Utah, Wisconsin, you can begin early voting today. So Missouri, Utah, and Wisconsin, you can begin early voting today. In Wisconsin, you have what you call an in-person absentee voting. That begins today as well. Tomorrow, West Virginia, you can start early voting. And then Maryland, you can start early voting. Why can't they just do all these at the same time? Maryland, you can start early voting on Thursday, October 24th. And then Delaware, Florida, Michigan. Delaware, you can start on Friday, October 25th. So then here's the 26th. Florida, Michigan, New Jersey, and New York. So I don't know why they just can't put all these on the same day. But just go to your Secretary of State's office see your dates, but these things can begin immediately. Deborah says there needs to be a limit on the number of commercials that can be aired on a particular subject. It is all too much. And then Adrian says she'll be glad when fundraising text messages stop. Listen, I now have I was telling a friend of mine, I now have a written script that I keep in my my memo section on my iPhone. I'm team iPhone here on my iPhone. And when I get that text message, I don't hit stop automatically. I take that message and send it back to them in the text message. Like, I need y'all to stop. Like, we're over this here. We're over this. I see you, Regina Shorts. I see you, Rosanna Bibbins. So, y'all, that's all the early voting that we have so far. We keep building to that list. I think we're wrapping that up soon too, because again, we only have 14 days. So Texas is begging. Texas Civil Rights nonprofit organization, they are begging for election protection poll monitors. They have a training in Texas on October the 26th. If you want that information, just go to Texas Civil Rights Organization and you can sign up there. Check in for training in your county, city, rural area, or state, because guess what's happening, y'all? Mother Jones is reporting that the GOP is recruiting an army to monitor the vote. Yeah. They have over 200,000 people, and that's no joke, I fact-checked this, who are being recruited as poll watchers. And 1 in 5 say Trump should do whatever it takes to seize office. Yeah. So that's happening. So we want to make sure we are protecting places to vote. That's another reason why they're asking, if you have the opportunity, go vote early to just shut down some of the crazy. Just shut it down. But yeah, that is happening. And then we have Michigan's Tom Barrett, who was caught pushing false election info in Black-owned newspaper. Yeah. He's a congressional candidate. He placed an ad in a local Black-owned newspaper with the wrong election date, telling voters to show up on November the 6th, when the actual election, as you all know, is November the 5th. In response, the Michigan Legislative Black Caucus has filed a legal complaint with the state attorney general. Now, his campaign said, it was just a proofing error. But the same ad went to all the other newspapers giving the right date. So how did you have a error just on the one for the Black newspaper? So y'all, that's happening. So you might want to go out here and remind your people that it's November the 5th. But if you have early voting in your area, tell them to go and vote today. Dr. Annette, what's up? She says, I'm sick of all the text messages too. And will someone get musky? He's doing the most. I'm getting a musky in a moment. I like you calling musky. And then Marion says, me and my youngest voted last week. Yes, that's good news. That's good news. And here's some more good news. Y'all, the federal judge blocks GOP efforts to remove 225,000 voters in North Carolina. Good news, good news, good news. The Republican Party had attempted to purge nearly 250,000 voters in North Carolina's roll ahead of this year's election, and it has been stopped. The judge said, that's not happening. We're not doing that. So y'all, the thing is, if the Republican Party is trying so much to stop people voting, that should send all of us a message, regardless of what side of the aisle you're on. Your voice is important, and they're trying to block it. Now, talking about musky, this is straight illegal, and the DOJ is now looking into it. Elon Musk, he has been holding these campaign-style town hall events throughout Pennsylvania. And at his most recent event, he announced that his America PAC will give $1 million to a rally attendee who has signed a petition. This is a petition that he's floating around. In order to sign the petition, one must be registered to vote, which means you have to register to vote. And the legal experts are like, nah, there's a federal law in place that you can't do this. Because what you're doing, you're paying for votes. You're paying people to vote. You can't do that. You can't do that. So that's what's happening with him right now. But also with Elon Musk. This is just crazy. He believes, and Trump has to some degree have admitted to this, to some degrees, right? He vaguely has admitted to this. Somebody's trying to help his butt now. Trump has vowed to make Elon Musk the head of Government Efficiency Commission if he takes office. Now, currently, and this right here shocks me. It shocks me. Yes, Kim Edmondson crazy. This shocks me. Elon Musk, this is coming out of New York Times. Elon Musk, and I backed it up with the AP, NPR, and all these other ones. His companies account for billions in federal contracts. I want y'all to allow that to sink in for a moment. So, just imagine, 15.4 billion in government contracts. So in the cabinet departments, energy, he has 7 billion, state, 440 billion, 440,000, commerce, 1.9 million, veterans affairs, 469,000, interior, 138,000, homeland security, 359,000, agriculture, 120,000, transportation, 21,000, defense. What is Elon Musk doing with defense? Except maybe the computer side, 3.6 billion. That's cabinet departments. Independent agencies, under General Services Administration, he has in contracts 352,000, Environmental Protection Agency 30,000, and NASA 11.8 billion. Y'all, this is Elon Musk. Okay, why am I sharing this with you all this morning? Well, first of all, is he a citizen of the United States? That's my first question, and no one can seem to find that out. Okay, he may be. I just can't find it. And as other people are looking, they can't find it either. So I don't know if Trump needs to check him out like he checked out Obama, which was incorrect or what. But that's number one. Number two, how many small businesses out here, or minority-owned businesses, or women-owned businesses are being excluded from this $15.4 billion in contracts? What do we need to do to get some energy contracts, state contracts, commerce, veterans affairs, interior, homeland security, agriculture, transportation, defense, General Service Administration, Environmental Protection Agency, and NASA? Come on, can't we do something? Seriously. So why is it that he's getting this much money? So then now Trump is vowing to make him head of Government Efficiency Commission. Say what? He's pretty much will be giving the world's richest man, on paper, the power to regulate the regulators who holds him accountable. So he's pretty much getting that power. Kim Edmondson says, is that connected to SpaceX? The NASA part is. The 11.8 billion with NASA is, yes. But the rest of this, I mean, like, wow. That's a lot of money, y'all. That's a lot of money. And I just think about those businesses that are closing day in and day out because of that. It's just a lot. It's a lot there. So speaking of that, I'm going to turn gears just a moment and I'm going to come back to the news. And I really want you all of you who are on here, supporters, you've been regular in tuning in. You've been just 100. Well, on yesterday, and I asked permission to do this. She did not ask me to do this in a conversation with Marian Jackson. um, I listened to her heart. I listened to some things that were going on. I won't share those things. But she needs our help. She needs our help. Marion has a good job with a hospital entity, but in this season, she's in dire need. So I'm asking our supporters today on News in Motion. She has Zelle. I will not put her phone number up here on public. And don't put it in the chat either, Marion. But if anyone's willing to help, and that could be $5, $10, $100, $1,000, whatever. She's in dire need. And one of our own who's been with us from day one, and I'm giving to the cause as well. Someone who's been with us from day one. Always supporting, always putting stuff in the chat so you can grab links and things like that. But that's not why we want to do it. We want to do it because she's our sister. We want to do it because she is meaningful in the work that she's doing. She's just falling on hard times. She's just falling on hard times. Marion says she also has Cash App. So if anyone would like to give, just know that if y'all want to say she's been vetted, okay, just because she's one of us, but just know she has fallen on unusual hard time. Again, she has a job, she goes to work every day, but something occurred and she needs our help. So just like Elon Musk doing what he's doing, getting 15.4 billion, can we help a sister out? Can we help a sister out in this time? We're going into the holidays. And when I tell y'all she needs it, she needs it. So if you want to get the information from her, DM her on Facebook, Marion Jackson, or you can reach out to me and then I will personally give you her phone number or her Cash App information so that you can get it. But I want us to come alongside our sister, our friend, Marion Jackson, in this time of need to help her out. And when I tell y'all she needs us, she absolutely needs us. So hopefully you will respond. All right, with that, McDonald's, anyone? Yeah, this happened. There was a sign on the window, on the door that says, Dear Festiville community. I'm gonna have to put my glasses on for this one. We plan to be closed on Sunday, October the 20th until 4 p.m. to accommodate a visit request from former President Trump and his campaign. Good morning, Dr. Antoinette. While we are not a political organization, we proudly open our doors to everyone. And as a locally owned and operated location, this visit provides a unique opportunity to shine light on positive impact of small businesses here in Festerville. Really? Okay, we're equally honored to share the significance of what 1 in 8 Americans have experienced, that a job at McDonald's is more than just a job. It's a pathway to critical skills development and meaningful career opportunities. Having started my McDonald's journey as a crew member in New York nearly 30 years ago, this path to economic opportunity is especially meaningful to me. I apologize for the inconvenience of closing our restaurant and sincerely look forward to serving you soon. That was the letter on the door. But first off, McDonald's, you don't hire convicted felons. And the dude that was in your kitchen pretending to be frying some French fries has 34 counts. I don't know what you're going to say about that. But anyway, so he staged this. I want everyone to understand this. Dr. Antoinette said, can you say obsession is clinical? Listen, y'all, first off, this was staged. They closed. People think, no, they closed. Then they had like a rally across the street with roadblocks. Then they were rehearsing the cars going through the driveway until he came to the window. Okay, yeah, McDonald's doesn't hire. Yeah, the dude puts on their uniform and it didn't fit. I don't know if you caught that either, Kim. But there's questions that are coming out. The employees that were scheduled to work, did they still get paid? Because they all couldn't go because they weren't all Republicans, okay? So they all couldn't come in there. I think there was only 1 or 2 who were Republicans that were able to come. And so now McDonald's has issued a statement yesterday because people going in, they're like, we are not endorsing Donald Trump. We are not doing this. We are not doing that. It's like she has just started this firestorm. Now, it was all staged. I want y'all to know that this was a photo op. I want y'all to know that. And again, they rehearsed it, all of that. It was absolutely, I don't know why he did. I guess he was, I don't know. Dr. Internet said, second, what happened to the people who missed their shift and pay? Yep, but I was just saying, this is foolishness. And Dr. Annette Jackson said, lawsuit. Y'all, there's so much going on. There's so much going on. And speaking of lawsuit, that was a great segue. Central Park 5, they're suing Donald Trump for defamatory remarks made at the presidential debate. They're like, we've had enough. We've had enough. You tried to put us in prison for life. You've done this, done that, and the other. We've had enough. So, y'all, all of these things are happening, and this is why we vote. This is why we vote. In other news, I don't even want to talk about this, but I need to. Sean Diddy Combs faces new civil lawsuits. Before I read it, let me see what Dr. Internet says. She says, third, she's doing 1, 2, 3. Are you driving and stopping at a light and putting your second one in here? She says, I have not confirmed this. Is it true that he didn't pay the bill for the food he and his people use? There's comments about that. I've tried to fact check that. I'm not able to. And the McDonald's person, because they signed a non-disclosure statement, they could not answer that question. So, y'all, when he comes with a non-disclosure agreement, can y'all just say, no, you know what, never mind, I don't want to do this? Because that means you can't talk about it. So if those things happen, you can't talk about it. So that's out there. So I don't know. Dr. Andrew said, I have time today. Listen, Adrian says, grifters are going to grift. And Rosanna Bivens said, wow, listen, wow. So let me go back here to Sean Diddy Combs, P. Diddy, whatever his name is. He faces 7 new civil lawsuits, which include allegations of raping a 13-year-old girl. Sean Diddy Combs is currently in jail, as you all know, in New York on racketeering and sex trafficking charges. Now, what's interesting about this 13-year-old girl, they would not give the name, but I guess there's another male celebrity who also joined him in raping her, and a female celebrity that they have not given her name watched it, who brought the 13-year-old girl into this area. I need to touch on this. Be careful what you ask for. And I'm talking about people trying to be these celebrities. I'm not talking about the 13-year-old. Be careful what you ask for, because you may be put into compromised positions. And because you've signed whatever contract, or you decided to do XYZ to get your face in a video or your name out there, now the female is going to be implicated in this. Okay, she brought the girl in and she watched, which also takes me to human trafficking. Adrian's really working on something, y'all, and her business is going to come forth soon. But this whole human trafficking piece, it's not just the men, y'all. It's also girls. I'm not for sure if I ever told you this. And it probably happened before we went on air in 2020. It would have been 2019, actually. That December. When my husband and I were headed on vacation, we changed flights in Atlanta. And I was like, I've got to go to the restroom. And in there, this couple young girls were putting on heels, dresses, makeup. And a lot of the women who were in there, we were all looking at each other like, what's happening in here? And because my brother-in-law does what he do, I'm like, hey, get to the airport now. And come to find out, that was a human trafficking. Women were coaching these young girls, watching over these young girls to get them to their outside, to where the men were waiting for them. It was crazy. So we can't just say it's the men. There's also women who are also being paid to do these things. So y'all, protect your family, protect your friends, protect your co-workers. If you see something, say something. And there's no way you can pay, not millions, not billions, to sacrifice a young child, to sacrifice anybody, boys and girls, women and men. There's nothing. So we have to be mindful of this. Deborah says she should be implicated if she brought in an underage girl into that mess. Absolutely. Absolutely. I agree with that. So, y'all, things are still unfolding. Don't forget there was also a 9-year-old. I don't know all the specifics of the 9-year-old, but with the 13-year-old, this is what has come out. So there will be a name for the man, the other celebrity, and a name for the woman that will be coming forth. So we need to continue to pray for these people. Also, y'all, going back to Elon Musk just for a moment, producer of Blade Runner 2049 sues Elon Musk, Tesla, and Warner Brothers Discovery for using images of the film without permission during the Tesla's Cybercab promo event. So that is also happening. Y'all, but there's also some great news before we go to this inspirational message. The great news is Spike Lee was awarded the U.S. highest honor on yesterday. So we want to celebrate him, all of his great work, his film producing, his advocacy. Y'all, he's a serious advocate. Just celebrate the work that he's doing as well. So that's some great news. Adrian says, sure is women are drawn in more easily than we would believe. They are called the bottom. Thank you for educating us on that. We're going to have Adrian on talk about that. So before I go to the inspirational message, once again, I want to go back to Marion Jackson for those of you who are just joining in. I asked, and you can go back and watch the replay. I spoke with Marion Jackson on yesterday. I asked her. She did not ask me. I asked her after hearing some stuff that she's going in, if she minded if I shared it here so that we can help her. She's been with us from day one. A supporter. She's always grabbing the links, putting them in here for us. She needs us. She needs us. So if you want to, again, I don't care. Let's act like we in church for a moment. $1, $5, $10, $100, $1,000, whatever. She needs us. I mean, yes, she has a job. She has a decent job with the hospital, but she's in a crisis at the moment. So I'm asking all of us to help. You can DM Marion Jackson for her Zelle or Cash App, or you can DM, or if you have my text number, you can text me, and I will get you all this information. Y'all, don't leave her out there by herself. I, too, will be contributing to this. So the inspirational message for today. Last week, we talked about burying our gift and our talent, and because we want to keep it safe. Well, today I have an exercise for you. Some people are they're not sure that they're ready to put their gift out there. They don't know how. They don't know how to market it. They don't know how to share it. They don't know how. Some of us, like me, we're visionaries, so we may not put all the details together. We're visionaries. We see it. But there's other steps that we need to take to get there. So some of you are saying, well, how can I serve as an advocate to help get people registered to vote in those areas where they're still accepting voter registration? Well, one thing to do is to share your story. What is your story? Stories capture people. So share your story. Others are saying, well, what do I need to do to get my business out there? I'm just really on Facebook, or I'm just on Instagram, or I'm on TikTok. Well, you have to go beyond the social media platform. Email is always a great way to go. But having those conversations, and it's like, well, what do I say, and how do I get there, and what does that look like? Well, here's the assignment today. The assignment is to make a list, first off, of all the reasons you feel you cannot do what you're dreaming of. I did this too, so I'm sharing it with y'all because I wrote it down. Write down a list of all the reasons why you think you cannot do what you're dreaming of doing. Maybe it's fear, but just write it down. Write down why you cannot do it. Then find a trusted person to share your list with. Find a trusted person, a person who is your hype person, your cheerleader. Say, here's my list. Do you see these things in me? Or how can we address these things? Let them honestly share with you. Don't push back. Don't get mad. Hear them. And then make a list of all the reasons you can live your dream. Include scriptural references as well. So there's so often, going back to the inspirational message from last week about burying our talent, so often we get to a place where maybe it's fear, or maybe we don't know what it's going to turn out like. Maybe we're not sure and we think it's going to fail. Get beyond that and just try it. Just do it. People ask me all the time with News in Motion, like, how did you do this? I just started it. But I was doing lives before News in Motion. Okay, I was doing lives before that. And then I continued. I love politics. I love news. I love connecting the dots. So I just went, I kept going, I kept going, I kept going, I kept going. Have I fallen? Yes, many of times, many of times. But you have to be like, okay, so I failed. Let me get up, brush myself off, and keep on going. You may find that you will try different things in your business. You're like, well, this isn't working for me, or this isn't working very well. Then, okay, change it. And you don't even have to offer an excuse. I hear Kim Edmondson in my head all the time. Like, you don't have to explain that. Just go ahead and make that change, make that pivot, make that transition, whatever that is you want to do. Just go ahead and do it. You have permission. It's your thing to do it the way you want to do it. I'm calling you out, Deborah Johnson. I don't know if you're still in here or not. Deborah Johnson, we've been talking about her writing. I believe she just has this writing movement. And so she's doing a class. I don't know if their space is still available tomorrow, but she's doing a class in Central Ohio. It's a live class. It's person to person. And so I saw her post. Now, I'm cool with Deborah Johnson. I'm still trying to figure out why I didn't know about this. So I'm looking at the post. I'm like, this is my friend, Deborah Johnson. So I started sharing it with people. Like, Deb's doing this. Like, hello, Deb. And I'm not putting her on the spot, but sometimes we choose not to share things because we don't know how people are going to receive it. I'm not saying that's you, Deb. I'm not saying at all. I think it was just a minor oversight or something. But that's what we do, and then we wonder why no one knows about it because we're not sharing that with anybody at all. Many of you know I've been doing option trading for over a year. Love it. Because I see the connection of politics and Wall Street and the economic system and Congress with the power of the purse and seeing how things are going with the farm report, the CPI report, the PPI report, the retail report, the FOMC report, all of that, the federal government, all of that. And it's like so much that's going on. So I'm doing it for other reasons. But I realized there's a psychology of trading here. So on this Wednesday, I'm teaching a psychology of trading course. Now, it's a paid course, but I'm teaching that. And I'm having a biblical aspect to our mindset before we trade. So if you want that link, let me know, and I'll send you the link that you can register. But that's happening tomorrow night. Deb's class, and she says there's still spaces available for tomorrow. It's from 11:30 to 1, Deb. Let me know. And what do they need to do? They need to register. How do they need to add that? If you could put that on there, that'd be great. But this is what I'm going to do. As many of you know, we're going into the holiday season and people have products and things they want to share. Deb says, you are so right. I'm starting with a small group to get feedback. You can start with that feedback. I still don't know why I wasn't invited hands-on. Like, what is happening? All right, so here's the thing. We get on News in Motion 70,000 plus monthly impressions. We get 1,000 plus daily replays. And there are people out here, and we freely advertise you on here all the time. Y'all know we do. So if you want to submit a graphic, that price is up there. Submit a write-up, that price, which means we'll read it. Live pitch. If you want to come on live to do a pitch, there's that price, or a commercial. But here's the thing, y'all. It's only this week and next week, because hopefully they will call the election and we will go on break. But here's an opportunity to get your business out there. And again, 70,000 impressions. Anyone who's had something related to their business on News in Motion, people have supported. So I just want to say that to you. Yeah, we got it like that. I just want to share that with you. So if you have something, you need to submit it soon, because you only have these 2 days this week. I'm sorry, you have all next week, you have 3 weeks. And then the following week, you have 3 weeks. Now, some of you have been asking about the Vote t-shirts. Today is probably the last day you can order those. You can go to my website, which is gaildudley.com. Go to shop and go through the Vote t-shirts. If you're wanting to wear it for this election, today is probably the last day you can order these t-shirts. And y'all have been ordering. Thank you for the support. Y'all have been ordering those shirts because we got to get them out in time. We don't get them out. They come out from the distribution center. I would say today should be the last day that you even try to order that. Deb says, yes, 11:30 to 1:30 at Carl Road Library, meeting room 1. So if you're in Central Ohio, hey, what's up, Apostle? She says, yes, advertise on News in Motion. Thank you so much for that. And then Deborah says you can email her. Y'all can grab that out of the chat. djwrightfromtheheart@gmail.com to let her know, to check if there's any more spaces available and let her know you're coming. I'm coming. Can you put me down, please? So y'all, that's the inspirational message. I said it last Thursday, and I'm going to say it again today. And my real friends know this to be true. I desire everyone to win. I do. I don't have that competition spirit. It's nowhere in me. I desire everyone to win. Now, granted, you may have other people who are doing the exact same thing you're doing. But the difference is you're doing it from your personality, from your vision, from your viewpoint. Don't allow somebody else doing what they do to intimidate you or stop you from doing what you want to do. Y'all get out of that. I desire everyone to win. And we can do that here. We can do that here. One more time about Marion before I get off of here today. Let's help our sister. DM her, find out her Zelle or her Cash App, or DM me and I'll give it to you, or text me, I'll give it to you. Y'all don't think like, all I have is a couple of dollars. President Obama raised millions of dollars off of people giving a couple of dollars. Y'all, she needs us right now. She needs us. And again, I asked her, could I share to get the request? She didn't ask me. I was just listening to her heart yesterday. I said, girl, how can we help? What can we do? What can I do? And I asked her permission to share it here. So y'all, a lot of news. We got some voting to do. We got some things to do. Kim Edmondson says, Gail is sincere about that. She loves to help. Listen, Kim, you know me. Kim knows me. It's in my heart. And it's just crazy. It's crazy, but I see everyone winning. If everyone were to operate in their gifts, and if we were to lift up each other, just when we run into them or we're in a room, when I'm in a meeting room, thanks, Kim, look, you got me still on here. When I'm in a meeting room and I hear about something, I'm like, oh, do you know so-and-so? Here, let me give you their information. So-and-so can do this. Or have you thought about this? Hey, I know a company that can do that. Seriously, that's how you do stuff. That's how, and sometimes people say, Gail, they'll call me up. I know you know somebody. Do you have, yep, got somebody for that. Somebody asked me the other day about a grant writer. I think it was Elizabeth Towns. I said, girl, I got somebody. I said, they don't live in the state of Ohio. She said, that doesn't matter. Girl, here, call this person. And they're doing what they're doing with her. That's how this works. That's how it works. Marianne says, you absolutely do. And I thank you and God for all that you do. Rosanna, that's true about Gail. Look, I've known Rosanna back in the days, like back in the day. But seriously, y'all, we have to support each other. Everyone can win. Everyone can win. Everyone can win. And again, if you want to know about the trading psychology may be a great course to start with to see if you're even fit for this, for doing option trading or investments. And that's tomorrow night. So you need to let me know. DM me and I'll send you the link to there's a fee to register. Dr. Antoinette said that's how it should work. That's how it should work. Girl, I thought about you real quick, y'all. I'm out of here. I thought about you this morning, Dr. Antoinette, because I think I'm done with the curls. I know that's crazy. I'm getting a little sick of it. Like, I'm ready to cut my hair all off. And I said, I wonder who remembered my hair cut off. And I said, oh, Dr. Antoinette knows from when I would come to y'all's church in Maryland. I was like, I'm ready to cut it off. So I'm in this phase. Y'all know I can't stick with something for long. It's like, this gotta go. Deborah says, great show. Thank you so much for your support. I'm always gonna support you, sis. You're absolutely welcome. But yeah, Dr. Anton, I'm thinking about cutting it off. I'm ready to go back to the cut. All right, y'all know what I say, everyone. Stay well and remember, make some bold moves. We are out.
producing motion.